Good afternoon. My name is Tanya Rogers. Today I will be doing a presentation for my CRJ 490 serial murder class. I am doing this presentation over serial murders, and my serial killer will be Carl Eugene Watts. Carl Eugene Watts was born in Killam, Texas in 1953. At an early age, he contracted meningitis and polio and often complained of memory loss. At age 12, it was Eugene claimed to fantasize about killing and torturing young women and girls. At age 15 is when Watts was first arrested for beating a female in the face. Once he talked with authorities, he reported to them that he just felt like beating someone up. Despite of his poor grades throughout school, Watts was able to go on to college in 1973 on a football scholarship to Lane College in Jackson, Tennessee. He wasn't violent or abusive, nor was he abused by his family. In his early 20s, psychologists evaluated Watts and stated that he may have a problem with his sexuality and he had strong urges to beat women. Watts had different methods of kill. On his victims, he used strangulation, stabbing, bludgeoning, and drowning, which made it difficult for authorities to pinpoint his one kill. This also made it difficult for them to link him to the killings. Other factors that played in effect was that he attacked in several jurisdictions and states. His crimes were not sexual related, which made it hard for DNA testing. Although he was questioned for many of the murders, they did not have enough evidence to convict him on them. Watts was taken into custody on May 23rd, 1982. And this was an attack that he had done on two roommates. And during that time while he was in custody, they figured out that he had a killing range from 1974 through 1982. At that time, they also noticed that, and Watts did confirm this, that of the killings of 22 women, but Watts was also suspected of killing more than 100 women during that time frame. There are two aliases that Watts had. And this first one, this Sunday morning slasher, is what drew me to do this presentation on Mr. Watts. And he got this name because many of his victims were found dead early on a Sunday morning. His next alias, which was Carl, C-O-R-A-L, was a childhood nickname that was given to him and he used throughout his adulthood. Some other known facts about Carl Watts are: a petition was done to keep him in prison in the state of Texas. He was married and divorced twice, and throughout those marriages, he only had one child. Watts was not discovered as a serial killer until 8 years later. And one reason because of that was because I stated earlier that he did his killings in different states. Watts was also given an immunity for the killings in the state of Texas. He confessed it to 12 murders, but was only, well, we'll get into that later within my conclusion, and he was confessed it to 12 killings in the state of Texas. And in the state of Detroit, they did not agree to give him an immunity for the deaths of the women that he killed in their state, because they wanted to prosecute him on those killings. In conclusion, I would like to say that Watts was sentenced to 60 years in prison in September 3rd, 1982, although he did not complete those years, which is why that the state of Texas was doing a petition to keep him there. Watts was sentenced to 2 life sentences for the state of Detroit in 2007. Watts died in prison September 21st, 2007, before he could actually complete that life sentence that he was given in Detroit of prostate cancer. Thank you.